In the dazzling kingdom of Hollywood, where cameras sparkle like diamonds and the red carpet feels like a stairway to heaven, there also lurks a silence so heavy, so cursed, that it swallows the brightest souls before the world can truly know their truth. And among all the tragic tales, none is more horrifying, more soaked in mystery and blood-stained whispers, than the death of Marilyn Monroe, the blonde goddess of an entire generation. She was adored by millions, lusted after by the powerful, and envied by women who saw her as the perfect symbol of beauty. But behind those ruby lips and the golden waves of her hair, Marilyn carried scars deeper than the world could imagine. Scars carved from a childhood of abandonment, foster homes, abuse, and loneliness. Fame did not heal her, it only decorated her cage with gold. And by the 1950s, she was not just an actress, but an icon. The very definition of desire, yet the same world that worshipped her body ignored her soul. And Marilyn, tired of being treated like a doll, began to seek power in the only way she could, through the secrets of powerful men. But here asks a question for you watching this right now. If you held secrets so dark they could shake governments, would you dare to reveal them, or would you stay silent to save your life? Comment below, because Marilyn chose the dangerous path. It was no secret in Hollywood's darker corridors that Marilyn was entangled in affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert. And in the quiet of whispered pillow talks, she became a vault of government secrets, discussions about nuclear strategy, political corruption, and mafia dealings. Secrets that, if spoken aloud, could shatter the country's shining mask of perfection. And as Marilyn's mental state grew more fragile, she threatened to reveal them in interviews, to publish her hidden diary, to no longer be the silent toy of the powerful. And that was the night her fate was sealed. August 4th, 1962, Brentwood, Los Angeles. Marilyn was discovered lifeless on her bed. Her body naked, a phone still in her hand, and a bottle of pills by her side. But the scene was wrong. Far too wrong. Her housekeeper's testimony shifted with every telling. First, claiming she discovered her at midnight, then later saying it was 3 a.m. Witnesses reported screams that echoed through the night. Neighbors saw strange men entering and leaving her property. And most chilling of all, Robert Kennedy was rumored to have been present, caught in the trap of silencing the woman who knew too much. The autopsy declared probable suicide. But no one could explain why the toxicology report revealed abnormalities. Why her stomach contained no pill residue, though bottles were scattered around. Why her diary, the infamous red diary filled with details of her affairs with the Kennedys and mafia bosses, vanished into thin air, never to be seen again. Now pause for a moment. Do you think Marilyn Monroe truly committed suicide, or was she murdered to protect secrets? Your answer might reveal how deep you dare to go into this darkness. Conspiracy theorists point to the CIA, fearing that Marilyn's loose tongue would expose national secrets. Others blame the mafia, worried that she would spill their dealings with the Kennedys. And many whisper that it was Robert Kennedy himself who silenced her that night to protect the empire his family had built. But beyond the politics, there is something darker. Something far more terrifying. Reports of Marilyn's ghost haunting her Brentwood home. Neighbors hear sobbing. Guests feel icy hands brushing against them. And some claim to see the sight of a blonde figure standing at the end of their bed. Her eyes empty, her lips mouthing words that no one can hear. Psychics claim Marilyn's soul is restless, trapped between dimensions because her truth was buried with her body. And Hollywood insiders whisper that the Monroe curse lingers, taking the lives of those who try to expose her story. Authors meeting sudden accidents, journalists receiving threats, files disappearing from archives, and researchers vanishing without explanation. Even today, people who stay in Marilyn's home claim to see mirrors fogging with her name written across them, or feel an overwhelming sadness pressing against their chest until they flee, terrified. Marilyn herself once said, Hollywood is a place where they pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. A line that has become her prophecy, carved like an epitaph over her grave. Because her soul was indeed stolen. Not by drugs, not by despair, but by a system so hungry for power that it devoured her alive. And perhaps the most chilling detail. Those who study the photographs of her death scene closely say her body position looks staged. As though someone arranged her like a broken doll for the cameras. A grotesque final performance for the star who had entertained the world. Tell me honestly, does this sound like suicide to you, or like a carefully staged cover-up? Type your thoughts below, because this mystery has lived for over 60 years, and still no one dares to close the case. Marilyn Monroe was not just a woman who died, she was a woman silenced, a secret buried under the shining lights of Hollywood. And her restless spirit is a reminder that in this kingdom of fame, beauty is worshipped. But truth is murdered, and every star who rises must one day face the curse that lurks in the shadows of the Hollywood sign. If Marilyn Monroe's mysterious end was the horror of secrets too dangerous for the world to hear, then Heath Ledger's was the horror of art itself. A descent into madness so terrifying that it blurred the line between acting and possession. Heath Ledger was one of Hollywood's brightest young stars. A man with a disarming smile who had proven his brilliance in Brokeback Mountain. Yet when he accepted the role of the Joker in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, he unknowingly signed his own death warrant. For this was no ordinary role. No simple villain, but a figure of chaos, a monster who fed on destruction. And Heath, determined to deliver the performance of a lifetime, locked himself in a hotel room for weeks, cutting himself off from the world. Filling a diary he called the Joker's Journal with disturbing sketches, twisted jokes, and mantras of madness. He wrote words like, "Bye-bye," and "Chaos is the only truth." As his mind sank deeper, he crafted the Joker's voice to sound like nails scraping across glass. Practiced smiles that looked more like wounds, and scribbled on mirrors until even he admitted he no longer recognized himself. On set, the crew whispered that Heath seemed possessed. He would laugh at moments that were not funny, talk to himself in corners, and stare into cameras with eyes that felt inhuman, as though another presence was peering through his body. Imagine this for a moment. An actor so deep into his role that even the crew begins to wonder if it's acting or possession. Would you dare to play such a character? When filming ended, Heath confessed that he could no longer sleep. That nightmares followed him everywhere. He relied on a dangerous cocktail of sleeping pills and anti-anxiety medications to find a few hours of rest. Yet even in his sleep, he was not safe. He would wake up screaming, claiming the Joker was still with him. Then, on January 22, 2008, Heath was found lifeless in his New York apartment. Prescription bottles scattered around him, his diary lying on a table nearby with its final page marked by a chilling scrawl of bye-bye and chaotic sketches of clowns, masks, and knives. The world called it an accidental overdose. But the whispers of Hollywood told another story. The Joker curse had claimed him. Jack Nicholson, who had played Joker decades earlier, admitted, "I warned him." His face dark as though he knew something unspeakable. And since Heath's death, others who have taken on the Joker role have struggled too. Jared Leto fell into bizarre, disturbing behavior, sending dead animals and grotesque gifts to his co-stars. Joaquin Phoenix nearly lost his sanity while embodying the role in Joker. And even Cesar Romero, the Joker of the 1960s, admitted he never felt free after the role, as though the painted smile left scars no one else could see. Some say the Joker is not just a character, but an archetype of pure chaos. A demon of madness that slips into the soul of whoever wears the mask, feeding on their energy until nothing remains. And Heath's journal, preserved in chilling silence, is believed by some to still carry that energy. Cursed words that infect whoever reads them with dread and despair. Now, think about this carefully. Can a fictional role really consume a real human being? Or is it Hollywood hiding another dark truth? Type your answer, because this is one of the scariest questions of all. But Heath's tragedy is not isolated. It is another piece of Hollywood's larger curse. A curse that has claimed countless stars long before him. A curse whispered in back rooms, feared on sets, and memorialized in the graves of the young and beautiful. There is the infamous 27 Club, where legends like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and Amy Winehouse all died mysteriously at the age of 27. Their deaths were declared overdoses or suicides. Yet the eerie pattern suggests something else. Something feeding on them at their peak, as though fame itself demanded a sacrifice. And it doesn't stop there. There are the cursed films, like Poltergeist, where multiple cast members died during and after filming, leading many to believe the movie invoked real spirits. Or The Exorcist, where fires broke out, crew members died, and the film was believed to be haunted. Even The Omen carried tragedies. Plane crashes, lightning strikes, and sudden deaths surrounding its cast and crew. Hollywood tries to explain it all away as coincidence. But the number of bodies, the sheer weight of tragedy, makes coincidence sound like a lie. Ask yourself, how many accidents have to happen before we stop calling them accidents? Conspiracy theorists argue that Hollywood is more than an industry. It is a machine fueled by occult practices, Illuminati rituals, and sacrifices to maintain power. They point to cryptic symbols in music videos, bizarre gestures at award shows, and celebrities who rise fast and crash violently. Their deaths predicted in lyrics, interviews, or eerie foreshadowings, as if scripted long before they happened. Marilyn Monroe, silenced when she threatened to reveal too much. Heath Ledger, consumed by the darkness of a role too powerful to control. And dozens of others, all become part of the same chilling pattern. Stars that shine too bright must be dimmed. Voices that grow too loud must be muted. And art that touches something primal must be punished. Hollywood is not a dream factory. It is a graveyard disguised with glitter. A haunted carnival where ghosts walk red carpets and demons sit in directors' chairs, where every Oscar handed out may as well be another coffin nailed shut. And the scariest part is this: the curse is not finished. It is still alive, still feeding, waiting for the next star, the next sacrifice, the next beautiful soul to be devoured. Tell me, do you believe Hollywood is cursed, or do you think it's all coincidence? Your answer might show how close you are willing to walk with the shadows. Maybe you, listening to this now, feel the chill in your room, the sense that eyes are watching you from the dark corner. Is it Marilyn whispering her unfinished confession? Or is it Heath's Joker, smiling with a voice that asks, why so serious? Either way, the curse has found you. And once you've heard their stories, once you've looked into this abyss, you can never go back. Hollywood's haunted curse is real, and if you still dream of fame, of cameras and lights, remember, those lights also cast the darkest shadows, and those shadows always demand a price. So here's your choice. Will you dare to dive deeper with me into these terrifying truths? To walk through the graveyard of broken stars? Or will you turn away and pretend the curse does not exist? Decide now, because the curse does not care if you believe in it or not. It only cares that it feeds. And tonight, it may already have taken notice of you. And if you are brave enough to continue this journey with me, then this is what you must do. Like this video to show that you are not afraid. Comment what scared you the most. Was it Marilyn's ghost, Heath's Joker diary, or the curse of the 27 Club? And subscribe, because the next time, we might uncover a story even darker. But beware, by the time that video arrives, the curse might already be closer than you think.